Hi, I'm Marci Bailey with Bailey's Fine Jewelry, and today I'm answering some of the internet's most frequently asked questions about jewelry. Don't overcomplicate things. If you're cleaning your jewelry at home, I only want you using warm water with like a mild soap in it. You can use a soft bristle brush if you want, like a toothbrush, but really it doesn't need to be more than that. Rinse in clean water, let it dry. For more complicated cleanings, whereas that would be like an engagement ring or maybe some silver that has tarnished, you can bring that into any of our stores or in any jewelry store, and we do free cleaning. We'll check all your stones to make sure everything is nice and tight, get you all cleaned up, and get you on your way. So if you're doing it yourself, keep it very simple. But I also want to mention, if you shop locally with us, we do have a Bailey's jewelry cleaner, which is a great option for an engagement ring, but you do not want to put any porous gemstone in there. So any pearls, jade, anything that's soft, coral, turquoise, would not want to go in any type of jewelry cleaner, and that goes for silver as well. I think one of the biggest mistakes people make is the way that they store jewelry. Diamonds scratch everything. So if you have any pieces of jewelry that are touching each other and they have a diamond in it, in theory, they're scratching the other piece of jewelry. You guys know I'm a huge fan of those like mini Ziploc bags. It's like a little poly bag. You can get them on Amazon. I love to store pieces if I'm not wearing them in those little bags, whether it's traveling or kept at home. I think it's always best. If you have some kind of tray or storage option or jewelry box, which we sell some beautiful ones at Bailey's, that's a great way to keep your jewelry stored safely. But again, make sure that they are separated in individual slots or spots, just to make sure you're not having anything that's rubbing against each other. And then I also want to mention safety deposit boxes. A lot of people tend to keep jewelry in safety deposit boxes. It's not a good idea for any gemstones that are porous, especially opals and pearls. The environment inside of those spaces is too dry, and over years of storage, it will actually damage specifically opals and pearls. So make sure you're not keeping any of those softer gemstones in a safety deposit box. Jewelry insurance is a great option for people that have pieces of jewelry that if you were to lose them or they were to be stolen, that you wouldn't be able to financially replace them. So I always suggest to women, look at your 3 most valuable pieces of jewelry. If they were to disappear tomorrow, would you be able to walk into a jewelry store and replace them? If that's not the case, then I would definitely suggest looking for jewelry insurance. You would go through either your home renter's insurance or your homeowner's insurance. A lot of them will cover you up to a certain dollar amount. It's typically around, I think, $6,000 of loss. But if you have anything beyond that, you're gonna need to pay to individually list your pieces. Again, it doesn't need to be every piece. It just needs to be those pieces that if they were lost, you would not be able to replace. I'm gonna flip that and say the most tarnishable metal is sterling. As soon as sterling touches the air, it's going to begin to tarnish. That's just a factor to consider with the jewelry, but it's easily removed. I will say also that over years, decades of jewelry sitting around, you are going to get sort of a patina. You see it a lot in Victorian era jewelry, which was from like the 19th century. It's going to get a bit of a darkening, but it really creates a beautiful character to the piece. I will say what I see more typically is if people have let their pieces be exposed to certain chemicals, like if you're cleaning the house and you don't take your rings off, you can get what appears to be like a tarnish, but it's actually from the chemical that it was exposed to. If you have any pieces like that or you're concerned about them, take them to your local jeweler, bring them to us at Bailey's, because it may require some polishing to get rid of that look. We also carry at Bailey's some great polishing cloths that are going to be specific to silver jewelry, which we do expect to tarnish. So it gives you an option to remove the tarnish and then another option to polish the piece. But again, we're always happy to clean any jewelry you have, so just bring it to us and we will take care of it for you. How often should you get your ring inspected? If you're talking about your engagement ring or a right-hand anniversary ring, a ring that you're wearing every single day, we recommend having it checked every 3 to 4 months. The reason for that is just with regular wear and tear, especially with pieces on your hands, the chance of a diamond or a gemstone becoming loose is really great. And obviously the quicker it's caught, the less chance you have of losing a stone. It's just a a natural expectation, metal is malleable, it tends to move, and that includes prongs. So with something that's having the wear and tear in daily use, you're going to have some movement within those prongs, which is going to potentially make your gemstone loose. There can even be circumstances where you can actually hear the stone loose in the setting. If that is the case, take the piece off, do not wear it, and bring it into Bailey's or any jeweler to make sure that you have your stones tightened. But again, if you're getting a ring checked every 3 to 4 months, you're really not going to have an issue. Those stones should be nice and tight for daily use. I mean, here's the thing. I'm not going to tell you you can't. Yes, you can wear your jewelry while working out, but I would really love it if you did not wear rings. The reason for that is the malleability of the metal. I've seen women who lift weights actually bend the shape of their ring into like more of an oval over time just from like lifting. You know, earrings, necklaces, I'm not nearly as concerned, but rings I really recommend not wearing while you're working out. And then the exception to that would be if you are in the pool at all, you want to take everything off because that chlorine can actually eat away and create porosity in your metals. But otherwise, yeah, I understand wanting to have a little sparkle while you're working out, just not on your fingers. If you have jewelry questions of your own, be sure to visit us in stores, online at baileybox.com, or on social media at Bailey's Fine Jewelry. We're always here to help. Thanks for watching, and be sure to like, comment, and subscribe below.